like, I know how to write, but how do I teach somebody else how to write? And I think IEW gets it. Like, they get it. They've broken it down step by step. Hello, welcome to Joyful Noise Learning. I am Ashley. Nice to meet you if we haven't met yet. I love to talk about homeschooling and encouraging you mamas when it comes to homeschooling, Charlotte Mason inspired, and a little bit of, an easily distracted homeschool mom. So I talk about that stuff. So I'm glad you're here today. We are doing an unboxing, and I think I announced these things in my curriculum videos. So I did announce my curriculum picks for the next upcoming school year, and we're taking a different route this year when it comes to language arts and writing. And it's really funny because I never thought I would use this curriculum. I honestly didn't. I heard about this curriculum years ago, and I knew that part of the way this curriculum works, I knew one of my kids, it just wouldn't jive with them. It probably wouldn't jive with me either. But I do have one child that I know, I'm really sure it's going to work well for his style. So if you've got a kid who likes structure, who likes to know what's coming next, who likes a step-by-step, hey, what do I do now? A, B, C, D. Then you're probably gonna like this curriculum. And you've probably already heard of it. Let's just get into it. So here's my box. You can't see it, but I'll lift everything out of it. Here, I'll show you. There it is. There's the box. We're gonna open it up. And now you probably got a peek at what curriculum it is. So it's IEW, Institute for Excellence in Writing. And I'm gonna show you which ones I got for my kiddos. I'm not using it for my youngest. He's not doing IEW yet, but my older two will be using it. And I'm not one of those moms who's gonna buy into everything IEW, but I've picked and chosen what I think is gonna be best for my kiddos. So the first one, look, is here on top. It is Writing with Structure and Style, Year 1, Level A. So if they are brand new, if they're younger, if they've never used IEW before, you want to start them in Year 1. If they are 3rd through 6th grade, I think, you're going to want to do Level A. If they're older than that, Level B. If they're older than that, Level C. But my son is going to be 4th grade this coming year, so he's going to be in Level A, and we're doing the first year. There it is. Structure and Style. And it comes with a notebook. Oh, it's falling out. There it is. Oh, that smells so good. This is his student section. There. And I just gotta say a huge thanks to IEW for working with me during this year. But this is gonna be great. So it comes with the student book. And then this is one thing I think is really cool. In the notebook, they've already got it all set up for you. So it's got a nice little cover page. And then it has all of the checklists for each of the, I gotta put it on this shoulder, huh? It has all of the checklists for each of the assignments already printed out, a step-by-step of what they're doing. Here's the examples. And then it's also got all the tabs in the back. So I did this on my own this last year without the notebook, but I think it's really cool that the tabs already are labeled. They're all here in this notebook, and you're gonna put all the work that they do all throughout the year in the notebook here. So there's that. The other thing I decided to do for this is to do the streaming lessons. So I'm not gonna be teaching this, I'll sit alongside him and guide him through if he needs hands-on guidance, or one-on-one guidance. But we are doing the streaming lessons for this entire year. So he'll be able to, hopefully, as we get along, he'll be able to watch the lessons and work on it on his own, and I'll help him throughout the week. So me, a little background on me, I am a former English teacher, but I never got really deeply into the teaching how to write. I did do a lot of teaching how to read. I did a lot of literature and things like that, poetry, but I really struggled with the writing part because I didn't know, I know how to write, but how do I teach somebody else how to write? And I think IEW gets it. They get it. They've broken it down step by step. And like I said, for my son, this is the step-by-step structure that he needs. So that's my plan for him. So very, very cool. Oh, this is the lesson book, I guess. This is what he's going to be looking at and following along with. as we have him watch the lessons. Okay, the next thing I'm gonna do from IEW is Fix It Grammar. And here's how I'm doing this. Notice I have 3 books here. So one of them is the teacher's manual, so we can see like all the answers and how everything's supposed to work. And then I got 2 student books. They're super affordable, like for for Fix It Grammar, super affordable. So I got, and then you could easily have the kids write in a notebook if you're trying to be even more affordable and not purchase 2 student books. But they're so pretty, and it's all easily laid out for you for each lesson. So they just write it right on the page. So it shows here the vocabulary word you're learning, and they mark that in a separate place. But then it has the parts of speech that they mark, and then the punctuation and what do they need to fix, and then they rewrite the sentence at the bottom there. And here's what I explained in some of my curriculum pick videos, if you haven't seen them yet. I decided to go with level 2 for Fix It Grammar because, and this is why I have 2 student books, I'm gonna combine my 6th grader and my 4th grader with this. So we're going to do the lesson together. So there's the Learn It section. So that's how Fix It Grammar works. So you have a Learn It section. It has a little teaching on a homophone, for example, and it has an imposter ly adverb and all the like parts of speech that you're learning. It has a Learn It section. And then it has 5 practice Fix It sections. So I'm gonna do the Learn It sections and teach it with my kids, with my older 2 together. So I'm combining them in this, and then they'll do the lesson, like Fix It part, on their own throughout the week. And that's what I'm doing there. That's how I'm doing grammar. I figured I would kill 2 birds with 1 stone and not put my 4th grader in level 1 and my 6th grader, keep her in level 3. I'm gonna just kind of move them a little bit and put them in level 2 together. We're gonna see how that goes. I'm really hoping it works. Thing is, I haven't tried it yet, so it might be a train wreck. Hopefully it's not a train wreck, but that is what I have gotten for grammar. Okay, and lastly, for my 6th grader, she's going to be doing some themed writing units. And the thing is, I got 2 of them because I wasn't sure which one she was going to need. And I figured whatever one she doesn't do this year, she'll do another year. So we at least have it on hand and ready to go. So this is the one they're not doing, and that's the medieval writing lessons, history-based writing lessons. So she's not doing that one, but I have that one, the teacher's guide and the student book. But she's gonna be doing the US history-based writing lessons. And it comes with a student book, and then you get a teacher's manual as well. The thing with this, guys, I decided to outsource my 6th grader this coming year. There is a woman who is teaching, and she's been doing this for 10 years locally, who was teaching a IEW writing class. And I had to pick the book that she was going to pick. She ended up picking the US history-based writing lessons. I'm a little bummed because it doesn't go along with our family's units that we'll be doing this year, but I'm just gonna roll with it because I've heard such good things about this writing class that I was like, I've gotta do what it takes to get my daughter in this writing class. So all I needed for this class is the student book. And this teacher is going to go through the lessons with her. Just like my son, who's gonna be watching the streaming lessons, my daughter will be going to a class in person to get the lesson. And the way IEW works for homeschooling families is you have that lesson once a week. So my daughter's class will be on Wednesdays, and she'll go to the class and experience a writing class, and then the teacher will give her an assignment to do, and she's gonna write a paper every week that comes from this book. Ta-da! So it's gonna have the assignment schedule that my daughter's teacher is going to be following. And what I do know is I think they do day 1 and 2 in class, and then days 3, 4, and 5 is what she does at home. And so she goes to class, they do day 1, possibly day 2 in class, and then she comes home, and then that Thursday, Friday, and then the following Monday and Tuesday, she has time at home to work on the assignment that the teacher gave. And it'll have all the instructions in here. So our teacher doesn't have to, send anything home or whatnot, unless she changes it up and does something different. But everything we need for our lessons is gonna be here in this book. So they got keyword outlines. So they read a source text is what's happening. So they read something, they make an outline of what they just read, and then they write a paper based off of their outline. But they have style practice in between. Anyway, so that's the basic thing. And then we've got vocabulary word cards in the back. So the writing class that she's gonna be going to is going to be a middle school class. So it'll be 6th through 8th graders. I do know she has a high school class too, and I'm really hoping to keep my kids in this class as we go. But I'm really excited to be using IEW and doing a nice hybrid of a little bit at home and a little bit out of the home with different teachers. So that's what we're gonna be doing for writing and part of our language arts for this school year. And again, like I said, I never thought I would use IEW, but I just really needed a little bit of a boost in the structure in writing. We've been doing Charlotte Mason copy work and narrations and everything, but I feel like at least for this year, and we'll see in the coming years, we just needed, a little boost in how to structure a writing. We're gonna continue with our regular literature, regular copy work, poetry, all those things with our other curriculum that we have. And this is the thing we'll be doing in addition to all of that. So, before I go, if you would like to see how I make a lot of different language arts curriculums work, how do I cover it all and how do I piece all these together, I did do a video on that recently and you can check that out. And hopefully that can help you set up your homeschool if you'd like to do an eclectic version of language arts like I do. So if you've got any questions about IEW or how I plan to use it, I haven't used it much before, just a little bit this year. But if you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. And hopefully I can answer them to the best of my abilities. Go find his joy among the noise. Thanks, guys.